What's up, you guys? This is gonna be a reading. It's gonna be a divine masculine energy reading because I don't really do these often. Let me turn this around, you guys. One second. Okay, so you guys can see the cards and stuff how I see them, so it's not awkward, like awkward positioning of the cards or whatever. For those of you that like to look at cards and shit like that. So, greetings, everybody. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to tap into the energy of the divine masculine. If you are divine masculine, welcome. I've been noticing that there's more of you guys watching my channel. Like, you guys are getting into more of readings, I guess. So I'm going to more so focus on divine masculine energy. And I felt led to do this for the last couple of days, and I'm going to do it because I feel like there's some messages that you guys need to take in. All right. This is only for a collective of you who are meant to resonate. This is not going to be for everybody. Every masculine energy out there is not going to resonate with this, of course. So if you are divine feminine, greetings, welcome. I guess you could just kind of sit back and watch and listen. The biggest message that has been coming to me for divine masculine, like, this is just random and I'm just going to say it. Like, you guys really need to protect your energy. You need to, like, protect your space. Be mindful of the people and energy that you have around you. But let's see where you guys are. I'm going to ask that the Most High God, the angels, and the ancestors come through and give us nothing but love, light, truth, and clarity at this time. Let's see. Happy Friday. The way I have my position, like the phone and stuff, you guys are not going to be able, I'm not going to be able to see the chat, so I'm not going to like be calling everybody out and saying what's up. So I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm going to have to focus on the reading, focus on the energy and the task at hand. What is the energy surrounding the divine masculine? What is it that the divine masculine energies need to know? The collective of those who are meant to resonate with this reading. This card wanted to come out. Shape-shifting. Okay. Cernos. Alright. I feel like shape-shifting in this essence, yeah, some of you could be like shapeshifters. But the energy that I get with this from Cern. I think Cern is the god of time, if I'm not mistaken. Like, he manipulates time. So it could actually be that you guys have the ability to speed things up for yourself. I see the number 12. Something with the number 12, look that up. Or the number 3, 1, or 2, either way. However you look at it. I feel this, whatever this energy is, this has something to do with manipulating time and energy. So you have the ability to do that. Spirit, go further into this. Inventiveness, yeah. Some of you guys may also be focusing on your creativity right now. You could be focusing on, it could just be recreating energy. Like, there's something about creating an energy. If it's not something hands-on or creative, something to do with work. Guidance. Definitely I feel like you're being divinely guided at this time. Your higher self is leading you and guiding you. I also feel like there's a little more comfortability or confidence in following guidance and intuition. You got Eros with love. Your focus is definitely on love, beauty, seeing the beauty within love, divine connections, and that of your heart. And also you got balance. Okay, so there's balance. There's a lot of energy of I'm getting multitasking, a lot of rapid shifting and changes in your energy. Whereas, like, usually feminine energies, like, you know this for sure, like, y'all can attest to this, and I can too, that the work that you've been doing, it took longer. It took years. For some of these masculine energies, it's like happening like within a week and weeks and months and days. So I feel like this is multitasking. This is shifting a lot of energy, but in the spirit realm, this can also be that you're doing a lot of work as well, more so than you are in the physical realm. It's like your higher self is doing a lot. There's a lot of growth and transformation that's taking place, and something with rebirth within the self. Some of you may resonate with some of these gods or titans. You got CERN, Vulcan, Odin, one of those. Baime, I don't know how to pronounce some of them. Eros and Vishnu. Some of you may resonate with these. Let's see where your energy is. Let's see, where is your energy? I know Divine Feminine is like, I don't want to hear. I just want to hear where they're at with me. And that's not good. That's another thing too. If you're a Divine Feminine watching this reading, like, send your Divine Masculine love, or just all Divine Masculine energies love, because I don't feel like that's something that a lot of feminine energy spend time on. I see a lot of selfishness sometimes. It's all about them, what they want. When is this person going to do this? Are they going to do that? Rather than wondering about the well-being of the other person. And on top of that, it will also give you a lot of insight into why this person may not be in the space, you know, to receive, or for things to move forward in your connection, or whatever the case may be, that however you want to flip it and whatnot. Okay, however you want to flip it. So I'm going to look at their energy, and of course I will see where they're at with you, or Divine Masculine. I'm going to see where you are with Divine Feminine and where they are with you. So if you're Divine Feminine watching, you know, just be patient, you know, be patient. And then you have Authority. Authority is the Emperor card in this deck. You have the Five of Cups in reverse, which is good. This is emotional loss. That's in reverse. You have Positive Movement, which is the Eight of Pentacles. You have Patience and Planning with the Seven of Pentacles. You have the Solar Plexus card, and you have the Six of Memories of Love, which is the Six of Cups energy. So this is good because where you're at, you're in your Divine Masculine energy, or you're stepping more into the place energetically where you need to be. Wherever Divine Spirit or your higher self needs you to be at this time, and align yourself, that's where you are. And I feel like that's due to clearing and healing something. You're getting out of this place of an emotional lacking, or losses. I'm also seeing some of you getting out of depression. You're coming out of this shell. It's like a shell, or this protective energy with around your heart chakra. Some of you guys are healing and working towards your heart chakras. And I feel like that's due to the fact of going into past hurts, and maybe like this energy of, like nostalgic energy with the Six of Cups, but it can also be connected to matters of the heart that you've gone back and you've healed some of those things, or you've addressed them in order to heal, of course. So with the Positive Movement forward, I feel like you've progressed a lot, even if it feels like you haven't, because I can see how you have the Eight of Pentacles and you have the Seven of Pentacles here. If you look at it, you could be like, well, I'm moving backwards. It's not that. I feel like this is actual progression with the 8 and the 7. Even if the 8 is before the 7 and you feel like you're going backwards, you're not. And I also see a lot of elevation. You have the number 3, you have the number 4, the number 5, the number 6, and the number 7 and 8. So there's a lot of progression, okay? You're reaching towards the end of a cycle, and I feel like this is you coming out of a dark period, Divine Masculine, because you have a lot of yellow. And this yellow energy to me symbolizes rebirth. It also can represent revitalization, having a new sense of direction in some areas due to healing emotionally, because there's a boat here. Water represents emotions. Boats for me symbolize a journey, can also represent flow and allowing divine guidance to step in and take you where it needs to take you. So I also feel with the patience and planning, like this could be things that you've been working towards that are starting to take movement. It may not be that it's happening as quickly as you would like it, or it's been a long time coming, but do know that certain things are moving. And for a lot of Divine Masculines, it's your finances, because there's coins here in this card, and Pentacles, of course, is coins. But I feel like it's also due to your healing. If you look at this aura in this card. It's green energy and yellow energy. That's heart chakra and solar plexus. I'm getting a lot of heart chakra and solar plexus energy with the solar plexus card being here. And it's also helping you create better. When your heart chakra and your solar plexus specifically are blocked, I feel like that blocks off the creative energy flow. That it cuts off you tapping into your true heart's desires and being able to actually create that and manifest that and materialize it. So some of you still may be healing from past energies. You may be reflecting a lot. You're getting a lot of illumination. A lot of balance is going to come due to your solitude and reflecting, I feel. So utilize this solar eclipse, because I'm recording this during the solar eclipse. So it's not, some of you guys, I wouldn't say that this isn't going to resonate with you at another time, because it could very well be whenever you watch it. Energy's fluid, but if you're watching it around the time of the eclipse, you're closing things out of your life, or just period, whenever you watch it. This is an energy of closing cycles out. And you're doing it in a divine, like you're in, I feel like you're in the flow, because like I said, you have cards that all the numbers line up. You have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The only thing you don't have is 1 and 2, and I feel like that's because you've already aligned yourself into balance. And the only thing left is the 9 and the 10, which is the closing of something, of a cycle, and also leading to a new beginning in some sense after. But that's where you're headed. That's where you're going. You're flowing in that direction. Okay, let's do an energy health check on you real quick, and then I'm going to tap into where you are with Divine Feminine and vice versa. Divine Spirit, please tap into the energies, Divine Masculine's energies, and where they are within themselves, their well-being, their well-being. Wisdom. Yeah, there's a lot of heart chakra. Like, if you didn't heal and you didn't go into the heart chakra or work towards that or open yourself up to love, you would not be able to get the wisdom from your spiritual team if you didn't. Okay, some of you guys, if there's like a feminine energy, it could be a spirit guide, an angel, an ancestor that has feminine energy. I was about to say guide, but it could be goddess. I was about to say goddess too at the same time. So maybe you guys work with goddess energy. Could also be a passed over loved one. Could also be that your divine feminine is also helping you. Could be all of the above. There's a messenger. You have there's ancestors and guides. If you believe in God, there's a lot of spiritual activity in these cards. I'm seeing a higher power, God and the universe, whatever you believe in. There's this higher power in these 3 cards right here. And there's a lot of spiritual assistance and help on your path. And I do get that you have some people in the physical that are also guiding you. I feel like the woman that holds the globe in their hand could be like a goddess energy, a divine feminine energy. Does not have to be a living person. It could be. I'm also seeing birds, so that represents messengers for me. Messengers of peace. There's also for some of you, you're being guided by a brother, like it's a brother, or it could be someone that you have a spiritual, like your brother, like a soul tribe member that you're close to, that's like your brother, that helps you, motivate you, and push you. Or this could be a passed over loved one that's a male. I heard brother, so some of you, it could be your brother. But you have been connected to spirit. It's like you have this connection. Like I heard child of God. So some of you guys could be Christians or whatever you're devoted to. You've been on the spiritual path since you were a child. And I feel like you haven't parted from your divine path, even though it may feel like you have. You have not. This is a path for you to, it's a path of enlightenment and awakening that you've been on this entire time, even if it doesn't feel like it. I also get for some of you, this is already jumping into a little bit of how you feel towards the divine feminine or what have you. You might be under the, like this fear, and this comes from a lack of confidence a little bit, because this is a solar plexus card, that you're wasting their time. It's like you might feel like this person is waiting on you because you have dissipating, and it's like there's some sort of separation for some of you, because this man is on TV and this woman is watching it looks like she's watching a TV show or something. It could also be a double meaning as well. There's a spirit guide or an ancestor, someone's grandmother. It's an elderly woman that's watching this person on TV. So I get like this is an elder watching you on the other side, and they come to you as a messenger. They could come to you with like their aura could have been like a yellow like aura. They could have been very outgoing, very bubbly. They also may come to you in a form of like a yellow bird or something like that, whether that be in your dreams or your waking life, or you see like yellow energies or auras if you have the gift to see auras. Um, it could even be orbs or something. Like if you take pictures, sometimes you'll see orbs. People like to argue and say, oh, it's just a reflection of something in the camera or someone's clothes or whatever. I don't believe that shit. Not all the time. Like you could tell the difference. So there could be like a yellow orb in some of your pictures, and I feel like that could be them or something. I don't know. It maybe something on TV reminds you of them. It's something to do with that. And to go back to Divine Feminine, you guys may be like, you may be able to see yourself with this person until you're old. That's for some of you. But others of you feel like you may be waiting or having someone wait on you, and you feel like you might have them kind of like just wasting their time. I don't know. Just take a resonates. Rejection. Okay. Some of you guys need to stop rejecting your work. Some of you guys are creatives, artists of any kind. You have like these, you need to clear your crown chakra, because there's these like negative thought patterns that are like, it's these energies that are speaking negatively into this man's ear, trying to get him to doubt himself. It's like a distorted perception of yourself. You're rejecting yourself in some sense. And for some of you masculines, I feel like it's creatively. You're doubting yourself a little bit, where it's just like you're not moving forth with something you're trying to create. I feel like it's art, but just take what, like, an art can be anything. It could be dance, it could be paintings, it could be music, it could be writing, it could be whatever. Forgiveness. So there's this energy of needing to forgive yourself as a child, because there's these two children here, and the enlightenment card and in the forgiveness card. I'm going to look up what rhinos mean, because that stood out to me. But I get that some of you guys may be like judging yourself. It's something to do with your childhood. You have, like I said, again, you have not been led astray. Everything that happened on your path up until now was divinely orchestrated and ordained. So it's not that you departed from yourself, but it's also helping you to get back into the connection that you once had with spirit when you were a child. And I feel like you need to really forgive yourself and be easy on yourself right now, because you only knew what you knew at the time for a reason. So there's no use in beating yourself up for what you didn't know, or what you only knew at the time. So let's see what rhinos mean. Rhinoceros, ancient wisdom. It says, put your life in perspective and trust your own wisdom. Be more discriminating. Do not distrust the foundation you have laid. So yeah, again, it's like there's already a foundation that's been laid out since you were a child. And Spirit's telling you not to depart from that. Okay? All right. I'm going to use my relationship oracle deck, and I want to see where you guys are with Divine Feminine and where they're at with you. Divine Masculine energies, collectively, of those that I'm meant to reach. Divine Lover, maybe. You're still questioning whether this person is your Divine Lover or not, your Divine counterpart. You're still discounting something, or you're still questioning. But the truth is that you're questioning yourself, because your heart knows if someone is it or not. This is due to unforgiveness, and it's going back to yourself. Years of unforgiveness towards yourself for things that you've done in the past, or mistakes that you feel like you made, and it was out of your ignorance. You didn't know any better. You didn't know any better. And on top of that, the unforgiveness could be that towards other people from your past that you've held on to for years, and you got to let that shit go, because it's blocking your wisdom and your heart chakra to see what's for you. We all have divine feminine, masculine principles within us, so I'll speak for myself just to give you an example of the energy that I'm feeling with this. The energy with this is like, it's hard for you to see good things in your life when you've only experienced so much pain, or you are highlighting more of the pain that you've gone through. You're more focused on what this person did to you and that person did. So your heart is blocked, and it's not allowing you to open up or to receive things. And it's also blocking your heart's discernment. Unforgiveness. What does this have to do with Divine Feminine? Where is this energy? Three of Swords. Yeah, you have not completely healed. Two of Cups, Four of Wands. But the thing is, though, you do feel the love. You have two aces, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. You do feel the love, King of Cups. Yeah. The Sun card. The World. Your inner child has been hurt or wounded or past energy, but your inner child feels this. Your inner child wants to experience love in some sense, and it awakens it. So you have the Three of Swords. There's a lot of lost hope and dreams from the past, and foundations that were built. Some of you guys may be very connected to the earth, something with the elementals, fairies. Some of you guys may like insects or something, flowers and plants. With the Two of Cups, I feel like your energy, you're very focused on this connection. And so is the Divine Feminine. I'll clarify this because this is kind of vague. I don't like just going off of the Two of Cups and saying, oh, you guys feel the same. Like, okay, well, that's vague. What the fuck does that person feel and what am I feeling? Like, only you know. But there's a mirroring that's happening. There's floral, they have floral crowns on, both of them. So the crown chakra, both of you are in agreement that there's growth in this connection. I feel like that's what you're in agreement with each other, that you both see the growth in this connection. Whether you had to help each other through heavy ass triggering, or you could see the beauty in any way. It depends on your perception of how you're viewing things. Even if this person triggered, you can still see it as a beautiful thing because it's helped you, and vice versa. But both of you are agreeing, like you both share the emotions that this connection has a lot of growth, and maybe even for some of you a lot of potential for growth within self or just the connection. Things may be on hold right now. There's an ice. I've never noticed the background, but it looks like it's ice in the background, like they're in like snow or something. So this connection could be on hold, or it feels like it at this time. Then you have the Four of Wands. So I do feel like there's also a desire for coming together. You have this desire to celebrate together. The holidays may even make it more clear for you. And a lot of you may be in separation or whatever you want to call it, or not in communication or not together. And some of you may very well be. And I feel like you want some sort of lighthearted energy in your connection. You want to lay out a stronger foundation. The Four of Wands for me is the 1111 card. So for some of you, that's a number for you, 11s. Also, if you do see 444 a lot, or you see 11 a lot, or 1111, that could be a sign of growth on your connection. I just feel like I felt guided to say that. You also have these red ribbons. The red string of fate is here. Some of you guys, in your heart, you're celebrating the fact that you have met the one, because you have the red string of fate around this Ace of Wands as well. These wands represent passion. They also represent movement. There's like a movement in your heart center, your heart chakra. There's some sort of foundation that has been laid out between you and this person. I will say that. That's how you know there's some sort of foundation that's there already. And you both initiated. It's not one-sided. So please don't mistake that. You know, I always got to put that out there. It's not unrequited, okay? Don't get it twisted and confused, okay? We know the difference. I've been there, done that, okay? We got to know the difference. We know the difference when something's unrequited or when it's a mutual give and take. If it's not, you playing yourself, okay? Save yourself the trouble now. No, but the Ace of Wands, there's also a butterfly here. So there's definitely transformation, or someone feels inspired to take some sort of action in which it may shift the energy. The Ace of Cups has lily pads here. Hey, Grandma Lily, how are you? I see you, Grandma Lily. Yeah, I feel like for some of you that could be like a Could be a favorite flower of someone. Daisies, sunflowers, I'm seeing. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think they're gladios flowers. They're really pretty. They're like long, and they have different branches of like flowers that come out of them. Some of you, lilies or your divine feminine, one of these flowers could be their favorite. But I just get that for some of this represents purity and a blessing and a gift from the divine, and your heart is overflowing. Like, you know, the King of Cups knows what he feels. He knows. Whether you're a male or female divine masculine, I'm saying he because it's the King of Cups, but you know, in your heart space, you know what you're feeling. This unforgiveness has got to go because it's blocking your heart chakra from fully receiving your heart's messages. Your heart it's like a message. So sometimes what spirit does is when we're not getting the messages from spirit, they'll go outside of us to get our attention. So it could very well be that you're seeing certain symbols. I will say something with numbers. Some of you, this could be insects or bugs. Like I said, some of you are connected to the earth, so maybe that's how spirit speaks to you, through flowers, or maybe through, because everything in this planet is a messenger. Everything has its own sacred language. So take what resonates, or if you see a certain flower, it might remind you of something. It could be reminding you to forgive or to let go of something or someone. And maybe for some of y'all asses, it's to forgive your feminine. Who knows? So let's see where divine feminine is with you. Let's see, where is divine feminine collective, of this collective that I'm reading for? Where are they at with divine masculine energy at this time? Oh, no. And not children and pregnancy. Yeah, for some of you. Some of you could be pregnant. Some of you may want to get pregnant and some more shit. Or it could just be that this represents new energy, new beginnings. So let's see. Divine feminine, where you're at. Only you would know. I've been having baby fever lately, and I think it's just because I be seeing cute babies on stuff. I'm like, oh, how cute. But I don't want no baby right now. Not now. Let's see. Let's see where y'all at with the babies. You got the Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is growth. And this also represents wanting to nurture the divine masculine too. Ten of Pentacles, Four of Swords. And look, you got the Queen of Cups. Or they have the Queen of Cups. So you have the King of Cups, and now feminine has the Queen of Cups. That's interesting. All right, let's see. Where are you guys at? Seven of Pentacles, this represents patience. I feel feminine, you are having patience with your divine masculine. I feel like you're expecting the Knight of Cups. You're expecting some sort of I feel like divine feminine is expecting divine masculine to come through with something emotional. Does not have to be an offer. It could be energetic, like an energetic, something on the emotional plane to come through. The Queen of Cups is very focused on this cup intentively. So almost like feminines know there's a connection, and they also know that divine masculine has to catch up, because the Knight is a little bit behind the Queen of Cups, and you know, a couple steps behind of the King. So it could also just represent a small gesture compared to the King of Cups. Because someone is not fully sure of themselves, or feminine energy feels this way about divine masculine, like you're not completely sure of yourself emotionally or how you feel. But with the crown, because the Queen is completely in tune with her emotions. She has her crown on, which represents the crown chakra. She's aware of self and her emotions, and that of her divine counterpart. I feel like there's a lot of questioning. Does this person care? Do they love me? From the divine feminine, because there's like roses and petals on the floor. So it's like that game that people play with flowers. Do they love me? Do they love me not? Some of them go back and forth with this. Some of them may go back and forth and question their connection. I also feel there's been a lot of cleansing and healing in the divine feminine. Also, some of them may be doing some spiritual work on themselves for this connection. It's like a preparation, whether they realize it or not. But whoever this feminine energies are that I'm tapping into are very self-aware, emotionally at least, intuitive as well, very nurturing. There is a desire for family here. I do see that with the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you may already have a family together, but there is patience here. And I say unfortunately a little bit because sometimes it just depends on how you channel your patience and waiting. Are you like sitting around waiting for something to happen, or for someone to come around, or to get it together, or to choose you? Speaking of the feminine, or is it you're just holding space for what you want and you're still living your life? It's a difference. So it could go either way. You would know, Divine Feminine, if you're watching. I'm sure you guys are, where you stand with that energy. But I do see a potential growth in a stable foundation that's here, or at least that's what's being desired. But it's like hard. For some reason, it's hard to hold on to this for some of you feminine energy, because the Ten of Pentacles is in the challenge position. So it's not completely easy. And just know that spirit sees and knows what you want, Divine Feminine. And there's an ancestor here. There's a baby that I don't know, I'm just being guided to say this, and I'm gonna just say it. I feel like there's a baby that wants to come in. So there's a baby in spirit that's like around. This is crazy. I'm not gonna share my personal business, but some of you guys may have had a dream about a baby. If that's the case, I feel like that could be a premonition for some of you. If you guys have the gift of prophecy, of premonitions in your dreams, you guys know that maybe there's a baby that wants to come in for you. Okay, I feel like that's the case, because sometimes I see this elderly man in the Ten of Pentacles as an ancestor or spirit guide on the other side, and they're playing with the baby here, and there's a couple watching. So some of you guys, this is a desire, and for some of you, you guys are getting the message or the heads up, but that's what's coming in. There's a child that's coming in. The dog here in this card, dogs represent companionship and loyalty. So there's a sense of loyalty and dedication towards this connection, the foundation that you want to lay out with this person, Divine Feminine. And then the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is like spending a lot of time reflecting, and there's a reflection, reflecting upon the Three of Swords. The Ace of Swords is here in her hand, but she's looking at the Three of Swords. So I feel like this represents, you know, gaining clarity on hurt and pain and releasing it. I feel facing the shadow. Both of you guys may be triggering each other to heal and face your shadows. You're using each other as a catalyst to heal, which is great if you take it into consideration and do the work. So I see that. Someone is wanting to heal. Then the Queen of Cups also is healing as well. Some of you guys have connections to the ocean, feminine energy, to water. Okay, so you have publicity and escape. So someone is trying to, all right. Some of you guys have either, I mean, I'm not going to like just say this is impossible. For some of you, you very well could be in the public eye. If not, some of you guys just have public platforms of some sort. And I get that you're trying to like separate yourself from something like this. Why is someone trying to escape from this? What is this? Why? Innovation. Someone's trying to reinvent themselves. There may be an image that someone has of themselves or of the other party, and they're trying to reinvent that. They're trying to escape from this. It's like someone's rebelling from some sort of idealism, or like how people see them, or how one another is being looked at or experienced. Let's see. Optimism. There's a lot of hope in this. Like Divine Feminine has a lot of hope. And like I said, there's a baby that's floating around this energy. There's a spirit baby that wants, there's a child that wants to be birthed into the physical for some of you. Some of you may already be pregnant, and this child, like their arrival is well, is going to be well received. Some of you guys are trying to like hide it for whatever reason. You don't want anybody to know, but there's no reason. Someone also needs to make a decision or a choice between their spiritual self versus their ego. There's a lot of being stuck in who you think you have to be, or if it's not you, feminine, it's masculine energy, but someone is stuck in this false sense of self, and it's a choice between their higher self or their spiritual self. Okay, so some sort of loss. The raven card, or there's a raven in this card, and it's eating at this animal's like carcass or skull. I feel like this represents unexpected something unexpected that's coming through that needs to change or needs to end. Something about desires and wishes that do not serve you being let go of. One being connected to the ego, I feel like needs to go. But let me see, what does ravens represent? Let me see, Raven. Shape-shifting. Remember that word came out for divine masculine, shape-shifting. It says things are shape-shifting around you. There is an awakening of magic. Give it new expression and life will change for the better. So yeah, this is someone wanting to change from their false self into their authentic self. So it could be either or. It could be feminine or masculine or both. Because the desires that they once had do not align with their truth. So this is choosing between the ego and the higher self's truths and the blah, 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 blah. The desires and dreams. So I get there's optimism because it's like what's ahead. Like there's a lot of work that has been done on both parties' ends. It's just different. It's just a different thing. All right. Because I do feel for some of you too, and I said this in another reading, some of you feminine and masculine energies have the ability to shapeshift into something. Like your higher selves may come in the form of something else to each other. Like say there's a feminine that loves butterflies or I don't know, monkeys. I don't know what the fuck. And they might come to you in your dream as a monkey or a butterfly, or you might see a butterfly and that reminds you of them. You guys might have the ability to shapeshift in the spirit realm. If that makes any sense. I could be getting ahead of myself, but some of you, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, it's not for you. Let's see. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Oh, divine. Free yourself. Separation. Flirt and true love. So separation is like it needs to happen. It is what it is. Whether you guys are in the same proximity of each other, you live together, you see each other every day, whatever the case may be, there's some sort of separation. So when I say separation, I'm not going to be vague about it. Just take what resonates with you. Excuse me. It doesn't always have to be a physical separation or where you guys are not talking or whatever. It could be emotional, mental. Like you guys are just like, you know, your energy seems a little bit off right now. But the Free Yourself card is saying that until you take back control of your own life, however that resonates with you, and I'm specifically speaking to masculine, but this could resonate with feminine too watching, that until you choose yourself, it's not about choosing this person or choosing that person or choosing that job just because it's a good job or because, oh, this is a good catch or whatever. It's more so I'm choosing this because that's what I want. I'm making this decision for myself. I'm choosing to align with this. I'm choosing to disalign with this because it's what I want, not based off of the opinions of others, this person, that person, divine feminine, or what have you, or fears and ego. This is getting out of that. I get Capricorn energy with this card, even though it's a unicorn, but it looks like, kind of looks like a goat dressed up as a unicorn. I always say that. So, I guess Capricorn kind of sounds like unicorns, one and the same, right? But I feel like this represents the current season we're in. We're in Capricorn season. Unless perhaps you are Capricorn or you have that in your chart. Maybe you're a 12th house Capricorn. I don't know that if that makes sense. Or 7th house, or maybe Venus or Moon. Something to do with like your spiritual connectedness and your partnerships. You may have Capricorn in those placements. But I get more so for majority of this is Capricorn season, if this is the time that you're watching it. You have a decision to make, and it's not to be rushed. Your heart, if you're aligned with your heart, you cannot make the wrong decision. Separation is happening because both of you guys are going through your own process of healing. There's still a connection. Also, this getting past the false sense of separation. There's no such thing as separation because we're connected in spirit first. Whether that's our soul family, whether that's people that are on the other side that have passed on, we're always connected in the spirit realm. So regardless of what it looks like in the physical, and sometimes spirit will make it known that you're still connecting. Like I said, I've been speaking to my sisters, and we all have a different take on things, but it all relates. Like this physical shit is second. And I'm learning that more and more. Like, I know that, but I'm processing it more on a deeper level. Like, I get it, but I'm processing it. So this physical shit comes second. The spirit realm is first. That's where we come from. We come to the physical in a physical form second. So the things that you see, it's like it's an effect, a causing effect of what's already taken place in the spirit realm. And it could be different ways that it happens. So if you feel, say for instance, a lot of people resonate with music. So there's a lot of telepathy and communication happening between souls through music. Sounds fucking crazy on a physical level, but it is what it is. You can't deny it. If you pick it up, it is what it is. Numbers, that's another thing. For me, numbers, animals, music. For others, it could be fucking posts online. It could be you stumble across a book and it's saying something on it that resonates with you. There's so many ways that our souls and our spirits can manipulate this physical time and space to capture our attention. So there's no such thing as separation. So I feel like that's a concept that some of you guys are also breaking free of, because these people, it says separation, but they're in the same room together and they're holding hands. So there's still some sort of connectedness even through that. And I feel like this is energetic. And a lot of you guys, this is dream space as well. You have the flirt card. So Spirit's telling you to allow your energy to flow, to not close your energy off. I also feel like this is being playful at the same time. I also feel like this can apply to feminine energy as well, like to open your energy up. It's like being too stiff. It's like the stiffness of not allowing things to flow or to just be and enjoy and have fun. For some of you guys, it could be allowing other people, like getting to know other people, or just allowing people to compliment you and flirt with you, remind you that you're still attractive, you're still wanted. And it's not to say that you need other people's validation, but it doesn't hurt to, you know, say thank you for that. And I really believe this, and it sounds crazy, but I believe that also your counterpart can speak through other people. Like if you need to hear a message, if you need that nurturing or that love, it can be manipulated through another person to maybe say something you needed to hear, or say, oh, you look really nice today, you look really pretty, I really like your smile. And it might even remind you of something that your divine masculine or feminine said to you, or whatever the case may be. So again, this goes in the lines again of there's no such thing of separation. We're all connected, like soul tribe. So whether we're connected, you trigger me, you're my enemy, whatever, we're all connected, if you get what I'm saying. So the true love card is here. I feel like the more and more you allow yourself to be free, the more you can feel the essence of this connection, and it's like it's truth. Because it can be scary to feel this energy, because we've been taught backwards what true love is, or what love is. Like love is something that you have to earn. You got to be like this, or you have to do this in order to be loved. Why not be loved just because it is what it is? Some people be like, I don't know why you love me. And it's like, well, because you're looking for something to validate why someone loves you. That's backwards. Love is what it is. It can go beyond time and space. It goes beyond fucking how a time that you've learned or you've known a person, or it doesn't matter. Again, soul recognized soul. And that's why I say that it's possible to have love for people. Like there's people I've never met and I respect these people. It doesn't have to be on a romantic level, of course. It could be just unconditional. I feel a connection with certain people and I know that they're part of my soul tribe, and I don't get freaked out by it and think that I'm a weirdo because of it. Or you know, even with certain, like I have girlfriends that I just click with. Like we just fucking click. And we don't have to have known each other for that long. Like this is the time where we're raising our consciousness. We're going up. We're not stuck in the physical in this false sense of reality. Everything has been taught reversed, basically. So all of this time and space, and you got to be like this in order to be loved, and you got to look like this and blah, blah. All of that stuff is going away. And it can be scary to completely feel what you feel for others, just in general. I'm not speaking of romantic love only, but just unconditionally just have a sense of connectedness with your soul tribe. It is what it is. And that's because you're raising your consciousness. The soul is love first. The ego teaches you like shit backwards. Like I don't know how else to say it. But there's a spirit babies lurking again. I don't know who the fuck. If you're not in the space to have children or you cannot have children, then maybe it won't apply to you. But it can also be that, you know, if you feel like your calling is to adopt or something like that, then that could still resonate with you. But I get for a lot of you, there's babies that want to come in. And I'm going to say at least two for some of you. Some of you it's two. Some of you it's one. Some of you it's twins. Um, yeah, I don't know. That message is like always come in quite a bit. I want to see what y'all saying. What's up, Benita? Ariel, you're a 7th house. Ariel, you never emailed me. You know you won that contest, by the way. I'm not doing any questions today. No questions. What's up, sis? Star, how are you? Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's gonna have babies. Whether it be next year, some of you guys could already be pregnant, or your counterpart's pregnant, or this is like soon. But this baby's meant to come in. Or babies. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Some of y'all gonna have some twins. I don't feel like this is like two separate pregnancies. I feel like it's one. Like either you have one baby or you have two at once. Yeah. That's just what I see. It's interesting. Let's see what you guys want to say to each other. I'm going to use my love messages cards for this one. It's hot in this mug. How do we want to do it? Okay, well, since this is Divine Masculine's reading, let's see what Divine Feminine wants to say to you. And then, you know, Divine Feminine, stick around and see what Divine Masculine wants to say to you. So Divine Feminine Collective that I'm tapping into at this time, what is it that they want to say to the Divine Masculine energy that I'm tapping in at this time? You stubborn asses. Now, not everything is going to resonate, you guys. So just take what resonates. But it says, I'm very stuck in my ways. There is someone else dating exclusively or multiple people. Unfortunately, I realized I did not see your worth at first. I have trust issues and do not feel safe opening up. So this seems like a feminine energy that maybe at the time you came in while they're dating or just with other people, or they're just used to keeping their options open due to some sort of fear of trust and opening up. This person may have not realized the connection right away, this feminine energy, but I'm going to clarify these cards. You might be dealing with a stubborn feminine energy too. I'm very stuck in my ways. There's like a need to heal past trust issues with this one. This collective of feminine energies, I feel, but let's see. Yep, 4 of Pentacles, a stubborn. Some of you guys could be Capricorn feminine energies, very stuck and stubborn. 5 of Wands. I feel like this is, actually, this is not, okay, some of you guys may be dating someone exclusively, and some of you could be multiple people, or some of you guys are blocking from dating. Like you're blocking, you're fighting off people. Or you're the type, you're like the type that doesn't date for love. You kind of just, how do I say it? Clarify this card, because I'm getting different messages. This is not the same. The Empress. Yeah, it's all about self. It's all about me. Or I'm just doing me. I'm just focused on me. I'm not worried about this. This 5 of Wands could also represent a lot of suitors, but some of these, I don't feel like for all of you feminine energies, you're giving into this right now. Maybe in the beginning you were, but for some, I don't know why. I don't feel like all of you are. Unfortunately, I didn't realize your worth at first. Clarify this card. 2 cards want to come out. You got the Worlds and the Karma card, which is the Judgment card in this deck. So yeah, in the beginning, I feel like this connection had a lot of karmic energy in it. It had a lot of third-party energy. Third party does not have to be other partners. It could have been family, friends. It could have been past hurts and things like that. But I feel with the World card, this person realizes that you, like, sounds corny, but complete them. That you ground them. I have trust issues and don't feel safe opening up. Clarify. Page of Wands. Yeah, someone is slowly like trying to come out. With Page of Wands, it's like taking a risk and taking a chance. I do feel like there's still some healing with the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck still taking place for whoever these feminines are that don't really feel safe to trust and love, which is why their stance is the Empress. The Empress represents divine feminine, yes, but I feel like this represents an independent woman. She takes care of herself mentally. You know, she thinks for herself with the Queen of Swords. She embodies all the queens. So the Queen of Swords, she thinks for herself. She protects herself. She defends herself. The Queen of Wands, she's content within herself sexually, whether she wants to go out and get it or she can just go without it. Also, this could represent her ability to create her own life for herself. The Queen of Pentacles takes care of themselves independently, has their own money, their own job, their house, whatever, car, whatever. Queen of Cups, I fulfill myself emotionally. I'm content with myself. So the Empress card does not necessarily mean that this is just divine feminine. I feel like this represents a feminine that looks at herself as being able to fulfill herself in all ways, where she doesn't really necessarily need anyone, or that's how it started off. This is a stubborn person with the Four of Pentacles. This is someone that's kind of afraid to open up more so than refuses to. It's more of a fear. And I feel like it's due to trust issues, but someone is leaning more towards being more lighthearted and more playful, or getting out of their masculine energies of not really seeing the need for love to some extent. It's like a fight. It's a battle with the Five of Wands. Like, that's how I see it. It's like a battle. Some feminines might disagree, and if you disagree, it's not for you, but you know what it is. If it's meant for you, you know. All right, let's see where... Yeah. And there's something, again, with animals. You have a deer, you have an eagle, and you have a lion. Someone shapeshift as animals. I keep getting that. Whether it's feminine or masculine, someone shapeshifts as themselves as animals, or they come to you, their higher self comes to you as an animal, or they come to you in your dreams as an animal. Pay attention. All right. Divine Masculine, what do you want to say to your beloved Divine Feminine energies? The collective that I'm tapping into of Divine Masculine, Divine Spirit. What is it that they want to say to the collective Divine Feminine? Okay, so I feel so much gratitude to even be connected to you. You need to choose what you truly want. Sex with you is not purely a physical act. My heart and soul explodes and I'm planning something. So some of you guys, if you've never had sex with this person, don't sweat it. I feel like this person, they imagine sex with you being a spiritual thing more so than just like a physical, you know, get it in session. It says, I feel so much gratitude to even be connected to you. Let's clarify these cards. Divine Spirit, thank you. These cards flew out. You have the Knight of Swords and the Hermit. This person has, if you're watching Divine Feminine and Masculine, if it resonates, you will know. But I get that this masculine energy feels like you've taught them a lot with the Hermit card. This is wisdom. This is about wisdom and being very grateful for the wisdom that they've received from this connection or from you, or just being connected to you with the Hermit card. You truly need to decide what you want. Okay, so the Lovers card does not always have to represent divine union or soulmates or twin flames or what have you, or love even. This can represent spiritual communication. This can represent a choice with your path. This can also relate to making a decision in love, period. And this person knows that you need to make a decision. You have not fully chosen this connection, or you have not fully aligned. So masculine is saying, excuse me, their higher self more so, but if they know that you're in a connection with someone else, or you've been like going back and forth between them and another person, or exes, or you haven't fully let go of the pain aligned with exes or whatever the case may be, or your fear of the connection, whatever resonates with you, there's a choice that you have not fully chosen this connection wholeheartedly with your heart. And if that does not resonate with you, Divine Feminine, don't take it to heart. It's not for you. But for those of you that feel this energy, you know what this can represent. So for some of you might feel like it's backwards, like, oh, well, he needs to change. Well, we're not talking about them. This is directed towards you. So if it resonates with you, it resonates. And if it doesn't, just plug your ears and ignore it, because it ain't for you. But yeah, someone needs to make a decision. Like, and I feel like there's angels that are helping and assisting this connection. So, you know, I'm gonna be honest, the feeling that I get from the Lovers card, because this represents communication, this is telepathy. So you guys are connected in the spirit realm, like I said. So they know that they're connected to you on a spiritual level, and even if on a physical plane they know your story or they don't, they sense an energy somehow. They have some sort of inner knowing, divine knowing that you haven't fully decided, and you're free to choose. The thing about the Lovers card is it's no obligation. The Devil card represents the lower vibrational energy of a connection. It rules Capricorn, which is Earth. Again, that Capricorn energy. This season right now is real serious. Like, Capricorn energy represents hard work and discipline. So this is not a joke right now. This energy is work being done and needs to be done on not just this connection, but mainly self first. Okay, the Lovers card is air energy. This rules Gemini. Gemini represents air. So this represents the spirit. So this is a connection that is free. It's different from the devil, because the devil represents being bound and controlled and stuck. It's a darker, lower vibration. So this person is not pressuring you to make a decision. You're choosing yourself. You're choosing your path. Because their higher self knows that if we're aligned to be together, when you choose your path and your truth, in essence, you're choosing me, you're aligning with me, and vice versa. And that's what this is. This is the divine connection. There is no restriction. The Devil card is that energy of, oh, I'm staying with you because the sex is good, or I'm staying with you because we live together, or because we just whatever, the shit that looks good on paper, or because we have kids together even though the connection is toxic, or I'm staying with you because out of fear, I'm afraid that I'm not going to find anything better, or I don't want you to move on. That's the devil. The Lovers card is, whatever you choose, I'm happy for you and I love you regardless. But the higher self, again, they know that regardless of what you choose, this connection, if it's true and real and it's divinely ordained, that when you choose you, you're choosing the connection. That's what I get from this. All right. Sex with you is not physical at my heart and soul. So let's clarify this card. The Temperance. The Temperance card is, again, this is that soul connected energy. It's two opposite energies becoming one. It's a merging of souls, merging of energy. So this person, if you guys have had the pleasure to, sexually merge with your counterpart in the physical, the experience was very healing and very therapeutic or something. I'm hearing very peaceful, very serene, or you felt this way afterwards. It's not what you've ever experienced. Let's put it that way. Some of you guys have experiences in the spirit realm, or some of you, this is the expectations that the masculine has about the sexual merging of the two of you. Okay, it's almost angelic. It's a third energy that's there. It's like angelic forces or energies surrounding it. It's not like this heavy, dark, lustful energy, and that's fine in balance, a balance between that. But the heart and the soul is connected. It's also a blessing. Rainbows can represent promises, but they can also represent healing. Some of you guys, this is a same-sex connection too. For some of you that resonate with that. I am planning something. Let's see what they planning. Let's see if they feel free to share. It came out, so they wanted you to know that for a reason. Ten of Pentacles. So this is like laying out a foundation. They're planning this, and that's why things may be taking long in your eyes, because the Pentacles represents Earth. They're the slowest moving energies in the deck, because this represents a seed that is planted and needs to be nurtured within time. It's like with any seed, flower, plant, fruit, whatever your vegetable, whatever you're planting, it takes time, it takes nurturing, it takes the right amount of lighting, and so on and so forth. So this is something that may have been a long time coming, but it's going to reach a full completion. And for some of you, literally, it is a family. Like, this person wants to have that with you. So however they initiate that, the Nine of Cups, this is a wish fulfillment for some of you. Some of you guys, this is just like some sort of coming together. I'm getting different things. For some of you, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but some of you, this is moving in together, buying a house. It could be pregnancy. It could be an engagement. It could be meeting the family. It could be meeting up. It could be anything. But whatever it is, it's a long time coming. And there's fruits and vegetables here. As I said that, like, it's, you got to treat this like the emperor. Yeah, the emperor, this is the higher self. The higher self knows. They see the vision ahead before the physical self sees it. Like, they can see ahead. And they know that this is something that is divinely orchestrated and it's not to be rushed. There's children playing in the background. Matter of fact, there's 2 children. Again, this is like someone already has the idea or the desire to start a family, or they know that there's 2, either there's 1 or 2 children. This is like, it's not escaping this reading. Some of you are going to have a child soon with this person, whether you're the one getting pregnant or being impregnant, or you're impregnating a person, or you're adopting, whatever, is a child or 2. And honestly, like, I can't shake this. And you have 2 twin energies with the Lovers and the Temperance. I feel like these are twins. Children. For some of you, it could be a boy and a girl. Some of you guys may have 1 child that's a boy and 1's a girl. Or others of you have a boy, or the others of you have a girl, or you guys just have twins, period. This emperor is looking into his empire. He sees the bigger picture, and this is the higher self. This is divine masculine's higher self. And that's not to say that, you know, divine masculine, you know if you see this or not. 2 of Swords. Some of them know, with the 2 of Swords, know they can't see this, but there's the plan here is a bigger picture. The plan, it's bigger than some simple shit. Or how all of this is coming together is bigger than them. It's the higher self. It's the spirit, guys. It's, you know, this is divinely orchestrated. So take what resonates. Because that was the reading. That was your reading, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I can't really see what you guys are saying. But, let's see. I can't see. Okay, maybe you guys aren't saying anything. But much love to you guys. I appreciate you. I am away until January 6th. So if you guys would like to book a reading with me, you guys are free to do that. Or purchase decks or whatever, but I will not be taking any readings or emails until January the 6th. So if you guys have reached out to me, give me some time. So I'm taking a break, you guys, you know. I'll check in every now and then and like do these general readings when I'm led to. But yeah, I'm on break right now. So much love. I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoy your holiday. If I don't see you guys before New Year's, I send you my love anyway. And I wish you guys a blessed New Year. New decade. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Peace.